Hello friends, well found! Today I'm talking about the vintage piston Cuspide of Leonardo Officina Italiana. I already introduced you to unboxing in the previous video, and so you know what this package contains. The fountain pen is really very beautiful, very soft, after also from an aesthetic point of view. This precious resin, that looks like celluloid, was obtained by adding many thin layers of resin subsequently superimposed in order to obtain a single casting which, cut transversely, could provide some particular geometries that recall the cuspide. As you can see, the shape of the spire was an ancient spear that the Italian warriors used for hunting and fighting. The cuspide is very beautiful to observe under different light, because it changes color and intensity, and the shapes of the resin seems to come to life. The cuspide range is characterized by four main colors that can be customized in the finish of the small parts, which at the customer's choice can be gold or silver. Each fountain pen is produced in a limited series of 70 pieces and is numbered. You will be in possession of your unique pen, and many enthusiasts and collectors will not miss it. Now, let's go into the details. Each piece has its own numbering engraved near the handle. I wouldn't have minded seeing it placed in a different place, because every time we go to hold the pen, we find it in front of us. It is written with a font that reminds me of the code of a mechanical small parts rather than the number of a limited series of art objects. The geometric decorations characterizing the entire 2020 production are in the shape of a Greek and are combined with the angular shapes of the cuspide. They go well with the designs of the barrel and of the pen cap. A geometric abundance that breaks with the circular motif of the barrel of the pen, but with variation that remind me of the finest pipes, with the flame centered to add beauty to the shape of the pipe. This is the tile with the command that operates the piston, because this pen has a piston filling, a very fluid and very sliding piston. Now I'll show you, and I was very impressed by the attention to details. Look at these two screws that are used to lock the piston. They are also pleasing to the eye and are finished in a pan down with all small parts of the fountain pen. The conductor, needless to say, is in ebonite, as it should be on a pen of this level, and the nib is a 40-karat gold nib. I choose the one of fine gradation for the test, because I find it an exemplary balance and a unique smoothness. These nibs, produced by Jovo, are built exclusively for Leonardo and have a technical specification to be combined at maximum performance with these fountain pens produced by Leonardo Officina Italiana. The four colors of the pen are more beautiful than the other, and I've long been undecided on which one to take home. In the end, I choose the olive green, because I find it very elegant, and it reminds me a lot of celluloid of some pens of the past, full of reflections and with unusual shapes. After all, Leonardo Officina Italiana is a company that has a history of almost 50 years behind it and knows how to do fountain pens very well. I've had the opportunity to see and touch some unique pieces that Leonardo occasionally produced when he has the inspiration to create a custom piece. He goes to his warehouse where he still has some celluloid bars and produces a masterpiece of Italian craftsmanship. However, observing this pen closely, rotating it between the fingers, I must admit that it does not look bad compared to the great celluloid fountain pens of the past. A frosted version of Leonardo's bestseller, the special edition Momento Zero, was presented these days, together with other more lively colors that have put aside the classic dress to dress up in modernity. I like them very much. I talked about it in another video. Let's go back to the Cuspide and go to load it. There's a lot of ink, a millimeter comma free, so you have the opportunity to write and write again. A lot of ink in your pen. I love the pen with an ink to match the color, Graf von Faber-Castell's olive green, an ink I particularly love it. Leonardo calls this pen a vintage piston because the movement is the classic one of the piston, and you can actually feel, even when you operate, that there is a research and care in this too. Let's go and load it with the ink, very matched with the pen, with a fountain pen. Now I will show you how it loads and how smooth the piston movement is. Okay, and now let's put it to the test immediately. Follow me. Beautiful pen. You will have noticed that I'm engaging the pen a little higher, and I tell you that this is one of the factors that amazes me about this fountain pen. That is the ability to write by holding it at any height. This denotes an amazing balance. Do not look at my calligraphy, but the ability to govern a pen of this size, obtaining a more than a dignified writing. Look. The nib is fine, and now I will show you a feature that I found immediately. In general, the thin nibs do not show grit shades. Instead, this one manages to make a modest shading and a subtle variation in saturation. Now I try to write at speed. Despite having a certain size, this fountain pen also performs very well in jotting down notes on the fly and in quick writing in block letters. The nib is a hard nib. It is not flexible. It is a very solid nib that fits well into the pen structure and looks like a single piece. To make a comparison of this writing group, excuse me Leonardo, so well anchored to the frame, it's like wearing a shoes that adheres very well to the foot and makes you feel everything that goes under it. Allows you to go where you want because it has an excellent grip, but more than any other, what provides you with confidence, grip, and excellent balance control. I do some writing tests. I test the nib even with more complex and difficult movements. Looks well. Now I'm going to test the elasticity, the flexibility of the nib. Here you can see there is a little variation at the saturation of the curve of the character without pressure, okay, and with pressure. I like it very much. I can indulge myself in calligraphy, I can write big and small, and always have the feeling of maximum control. I can make the pen do what I want. It seems strange with this size. I press without pressure and then I try a little pressure, and you can see the change in consistency of the stroke. Change the color, change the stroke, change the saturation. This nib is damn nice and it's also fine. It writes really well. Now I want to try it on a much smoother and well-worked paper like the Clairefontaine. Is one of my favorite paper. The balance remains excellent, even with the hood on, although I'm not an admirer of writing with a cap, much less on fountain pens of this size. Well, I must confess that I was surprised, because in spite of my convictions, with the Cuspide it is possible to write very well, despite the weight that weighs a little on the final part of the pen and occasionally widens the radius of the curves. Yes, sometimes. Also try it on Clairefontaine and it's very, very fine. I try with the condensed writing, with the large characters, the cursive one, widening the body of the text. The confidence that this fountain pen offers is very high and allows you to do everything that comes into your head. And do it just you would like to. The pen responds to commands assisted by a regular and precise flow that never gives the feeling of abandoning you. Alright, in conclusion, it is an important pen, an important fountain pen, both in size and also in price, yes my dear, in price, made with an acrylic resin that closely resembles celluloid and which could deceive even the most experienced at first glance. A pen proposed in a few copies, a limited and numbered edition that will surely appeal to many collectors as well as to many fans of beautiful fountain pens and made in Italy. Dear friends, I look forward to seeing you at the next video. Thank you all. Ciao ciao. And now, if you liked the video, please subscribe to the channel, because your click is the only way I can understand the liking of foreign friends and enthusiasts. Unfortunately, it takes me twice as long to write reviews in English. I know that our YouTube subtitles automatically generated, but many friends of mine say me that only serve to give an idea of what I'm talking about and not very understandable. So, if you find the reviews and tests in English useful, I ask you to subscribe to the channel. If I see the number of subscribers outside Italy grow, I will understand that it is right to continue giving my time to reviews in English too. Otherwise, I'm sorry, but I will use my little time only for those in Italian. I hope that you can understand me. Sincerely, Marco Chiari. Thank you all. Ciao!